A blessed Friday to all of you, my dear friends. Today is the fourth Friday of Lent. And again, this is Abyong Kalo, and I would like to welcome you to Pathways of Hope. Our reading for today is taken from Matthew chapter 1, verses 16, and then 18 to 21, and then 24. You will notice that we are taking a little bit of a detour from our Lenten readings. It is because today is a very special day. Today is the feast of Saint Joseph, the most chaste spouse of the Blessed Virgin Mother Mary. What can we learn from today's Gospel? Well, I'd like to mention three things that we can learn about Saint Joseph from the reading today. This passage speaks about Joseph's uprightness. This passage also speaks about Joseph's prompt obedience. And thirdly, it speaks about Saint Joseph's courage. It would have been easy for Saint Joseph to just silently divorce Mary upon learning that Mary is actually conceiving a child that is not his own. It would have caused a scandal. But Joseph was an upright man. He even wanted to save the reputation of Mary. Now, how many of us, when we're in trouble, would be willing to actually be thinking of the concerns and interests of other people, especially their reputation? We can learn a great deal from Saint Joseph here. Second, I would like to highlight Saint Joseph's obedience. See, Saint Joseph heard the Lord from a dream. And how many of us, after an awakening, after a dream, would say, now I know what God is about in my life. But Saint Joseph, because he knows his God, he acted immediately. In fact, this is his version of Mary's fiat and the prayer of Jesus himself at the Garden of Gethsemane. This is Joseph's yes. We don't hear his yes audibly, but we hear his yes through his prompt obedience. How many of us would act right away following God's command? Third, I would like to highlight Saint Joseph's courage. It is a big task. It was a big task for Saint Joseph to raise the Son of God as his own. No training, knowing that he's just a carpenter. But because he knows that by doing that, he's following God's will, he took upon himself that responsibility courageously to raise up Jesus as his own son. Let's ask these three graces from God, and let's ask Saint Joseph to intercede for us, that we might live a life of uprightness or righteousness, that we might be prompt in obeying God, and that we might be courageous in pursuing God's will for our life and the mission that he has given us. God bless us all.